So shall we start here or let's wait for a few minutes?
So kindly start the meetings. Learners will join
Ah,
in between.
sure, sure. Okay. Okay. Fine. So hi all. I'm Manish. So I would be the one who would be teaching this course. So the course we are going to see is the Data Science Masters course, where we will be covering various different segments which are involved in this, which has different domains as well, which we will be covering different technologies, and we will also see parallelly the real world implementation, right? How these things are being implemented in corporate companies, how these solutions are in place in real time products we use, right? Like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, how they use these companies use this technology, how they adapt this in the real time. So to understand and learn this is a main objective of this course. Okay? So whether it can be a data scientist or it can be a data analyst, data engineer, a data analyst, whatever role, right? Anything related to this, the course which we do, right? We should be pretty much able to understand after this course that you know how these technologies are used, what are the benefits of this, what ways they can be used, right? So yeah, that's the objective of this entire course. So what we'll do is first today, right? We'll try to understand what are the contents in our course. Okay, what we will be learning, at what level we will be learning, how will be our learning approach, and all. Okay, so just give me a moment. I'll share my screen and then I'll walk you guys through. I hope you guys can see the screen.
Yes, Manish.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. So yeah. So in this data science master course, right, we will be going through multiple segments. We are going to learn starting from basics to the in depth. Okay, so we will be covering how we will start with that course, what are the intermediate uh, things we will be learning, and what are the advanced level things we will be learning, and after that, what is the real time practical implementation we will be doing using this, right? So, and also for each segment, we'll see how this is being used in the industry, so that this would help you in further understanding of this, why these are important, and also to crack interviews as well, right? So the basics fundamentals are the critical thing for any interview, right? So if you go for any interview, right, any company, right, they will start with the basics. If you can't understand the basics, there is no point of learning some advanced skill, right? So that's why we have designed this curriculum in such a way that we have very much strong fundamentals we are ready with, and also at the same time we know what happens in an advanced level, what are the different technologies we have. Okay, so so first section is, right, first we will be starting with Python. So we will understand why exactly Python we need for data science, what are the different libraries we use, what are the different IDs we use in Python, right? So what are the different syntaxes we use in Python, right? So what are the basic data structures we have in Python? How do we use that? And what are the different lists, tuples, dictionaries, how we store our data in that? When we come to the sets and strings, this is a different segment where, a lot of optimization happens using Python. So these are very much critical in writing Python programs, right? So list comprehension is something which is very crucial. So then after covering all the basics, right, we should be after we are pretty much clear with the basics, we would be definitely going to the advanced level of Python, which would help us crack FAG interviews or the pretty much very complicated programming questions. Okay, so we'll understand in detail how Python can be used in solving multiple complicated problems using this, so that once we complete this entire Python session, we would be pretty much ready with how to code. Okay, using what are the tools we need, how can we code. Okay, so this is the prime basis for other sections which we'll be following on. Okay, so that's on Python. Okay, then coming to the SQL, right? So SQL is pretty much important for any data related role. Either you go with analyst, data science, or data engineer, right? The interviewer will start with SQL. The first question after your introduction will be, do you know SQL, right? So this pretty much lays the foundation for your data data path, where you want to have transition your career into data roles, right? So for any data role, SQL is pretty much important, and it is very much needed at an intermediate to advanced level course. So that's the reason we definitely need to understand the complete SQL. So we'll start writing. I mean, I will not. We won't start with the complex queries at the beginning. First, we'll try to understand the basics of SQL. Understand what are the complex queries we can write, what are the type of subqueries we can write in SQL, how Windows functions work. We'll see the joins, self joins, what are the joins in that. We'll see relational databases, how do we tackle, how do we store data in SQL databases, right? So then at the end, how do you optimize the SQL query as well? Optimization also is a pretty important segment in SQL which we need to understand, right? So if like we have learned writing SQL queries, but if each query takes 1 hour, 2 hours of time to run, right, it's always not effective, right? So in the first half we learn how to write queries, and in the second half we'll try to learn how effectively we can learn queries, right? So anyone who can learn, I mean, anyone can learn queries writing from other sources, right? They can learn it, but writing in an optimized way makes you step ahead, right? So it's always important to write queries in an optimized way. Then coming to the Excel, right? So many people think that who would use Excel, right? Who wants to do some analysis in an Excel, right? It's an old-fashioned thing, but no. Majority of the analysis can be done in Excel. Many people, I mean, most of them who have used Excel extensively know how to know the power of Excel, but there is a lot of activities, lot of analysis we can do in Excel, which is very quicker in doing analysis and saves a lot of time. Okay, so basically, I would call Excel analysis is a smart way of doing data analysis. Okay, so it's always very much important to know how Excel works, what all we can do using Excel, how data processing happens. Okay, so how do we write formulas in Excel? How do we do macros? How do we do VBA? How do we automate Excel, right? There is a thing to automate Excel as well. So we'll see all this in this advanced Excel course. Okay. So then, so we have learned the basics, right? Before going to the data science, we have understood Excel how it works. We have understood SQL, and we have learned Python, right? Using this, we should this basis should be enough for us to go to the data science course. So here in data science, right, we'll see what the entire life cycle of data science we want to understand here in this course, right? So what is the overview of the data science, why it is being used, why it has been a recent trend, right? Why it has gained a lot of traction in the recent years, how impactful a data scientist or a data science solution is giving, right? We'll see real-time examples how these can be done, how these are useful, and basically the roles of all the roles, right? Not only data scientists, we'll see what are the roles and responsibilities of each and every engineer out there, like whether it be data engineer, data analyst, or Azure engineer. We'll see all the roles. So then we'll see all the processing steps which we do in a data science project, right? So we'll solve an end-to-end. We'll try to split the end-to-end data science cycle into multiple chunks of steps, and we'll try to understand each and every step. Okay. So like collecting the data, cleaning, handling data, expert analysis, visualization. All these are chunks of end-to-end. So we'll learn each part individually, and then on a holistic, we'll do a project on this to complete an end-to-end data science project. Okay. Yeah. So that's on the data science section. So we will also be touching base on Power BI and Tableau because for data analytics, for dashboard creation, all the managerial level person will be using Power BI and Tableau. Not even starting from a entry level position to the managerial level, Power BI is being used. So basically to develop the KPIs, to monitor some metrics, to create dashboards, to present monthly stats, right? For all this, Power BI Tableau is very much important. So in this, right, we will be diving deep into Power BI, but we'll have a walkthrough of Tableau as well. But we'll try to understand the entire Power BI. How do we create dashboards in Power BI, and see some bit of Tableau as well. So how do we do reporting in Power BI, design effective reports, and we'll do a small activity on Power BI as well. So that you are very much covered on a data analyst point of view. So any analyst role, Power BI is critical. SQL and Power BI very much critical for analyst roles. It can be data, it can be engineering analyst, it can be any analyst, right? This Power BI is pretty much important. Okay. So then diving having a broad understanding of artificial intelligence, right? So because if you want to go into the data science, data engineer role, right? Having understanding of data science, again, artificial intelligence is pretty much important. So we'll understand what are the concepts of AI, applications of AI, what are the different segments we do, right? There is machine learning, there is deep learning, there is natural language processing, semantic analysis, computer vision, right? Image processing, and neural networks. We will touch base on each and every category of artificial intelligence. Okay, so now, like the current technologies like GPTs, right? Chat GPT, Gemini, right? So all this, what how they are built, right? They are built using natural language processing. So we'll try understanding how things are happening behind GPTs. We'll see how computer vision models, right? So there's a lot of camera AI is coming into the market, right? So every phone now is enabled with AI camera, right? So how it will detect face detection, how face detections happen, all this will be seeing in a computer vision again. Similarly, like any prediction level, all this comes under machine learning, deep learning. So right. So then we'll go into machine learning and deep learning. We'll see what are the techniques, how machine learning and deep learning helps find solutions. We'll see what all can be done using AI, ML, and DL. So what are the different techniques we have? We have supervised learning, we have unsupervised learning and machine learning. We'll try to see in detail. We'll do hands-on sessions on this. And there are multiple neural network techniques as well. So we'll try to cover all of them and get a good understanding, right? How neural networks are, what machine learning algorithms are, how do they operate, all this. And coming to the cloud architecture, right? So having building this, right, deploying these into a cloud environment is also pretty much important, right? So we have cloud. So we have AWS. We'll see how AWS works. What are the basic steps we need? What are the Amazon S3, Amazon Glacier as well, right? RDS, DynamoDB. We'll touch base on all of the topics and try to understand which one, for what purpose we use the cloud, what is the main objective of this, right? So we'll try to see the Redshift technique as well, how Redshift is being used in all the companies, right? So these are pretty much used in each and every company. So it's very important to learn this. Okay, so we'll see logging as well. How do we do compliance and governance in AWS? And also we'll see, it's always better to master one single cloud. Okay, so putting hands, knowing basics of all the clouds doesn't give you much value, but mastering a single cloud will give you a lot of value. So we'll choose any one of these three and we'll go deeper into that and try to see what all services it provides. And then we'll do live on sessions as well. We'll do assignments as well on this to understand what all we can utilize in these cloud platforms. We'll build machine learning models and also try to deploy them in this cloud environments as well. Okay, so that will complete a full end-to-end cycle. We have deployed the model, we have productionized the model as well in a cloud. Okay, so then coming to the final projects, right? So once we learn the entire core, right? So we know all the core technologies now. So now we want to build some projects on this, right? So after learning, we will be giving you multiple capstone projects to do, comprising of this SQL, cloud, machine learning, Power BI, right? Combination of all this will design projects so that each and every person will work on this, so that you will have a complete understanding of how these projects work. So, and these capstone projects are also not some normal synthetic ones, right? So, we will we will try to keep it as close as possible to the real time use statement, right? So, we have been seeing a lot of day to day. We see n number of applications where AI is being used, right? So, we will try to see one of those projects only where we understand, where we can correlate with the current AI applications we have, so that we are living in the current situation. Okay, so we do that as well. Then yeah, once we are with this parallelly, we'll be doing the career support as well, where we'll be marketing your CVs for HR interviews. We'll make you interview ready for this. We'll prepare you for the specific mentioned roles. Okay, so yeah, that's about the entire course we'll be going through. I hope you guys understand the context, what we are trying to do here, what we are going to learn. If you guys have any doubt, please. I'm open for questions.
No, how depth you are gonna teach these concepts, Manish?
Sorry, sorry also.
No, yeah, these subjects, Python, advanced Excel, data science topics, and
Yeah,
some
yeah.
practical orientation, all these topics. Because it's every now, it's everything. You put it nicely, very good. But
Okay.
content delivery. Uh, how much you can give this? And I mean, it's everything is a big ocean, right? The subject matter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything is, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But in that
So,
case, okay, how much you will cover and
okay, okay. How
industry?
much are we going to cover, right? Okay. Yeah. So this syllabus is a vast. Yeah, I get it. But the okay. So whatever you will be learning in this course, right? So at the end of this course, you would be pretty much be having the basic understanding of all this. You can able to perform tasks. You will be able to do a project on each, right? So that, see, depending on the section, right, we will be going in depth towards it. Because see, if Python, right, we will learn Python, that is essential. Python itself is a lot of, right, there is oops concept, all this, right? So you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in depth to that. So we will do the Python that is necessary for data science. So by learning this, we should be able to do all the machine learning, deep learning algorithms, right? To do an end-to-end data science project.
Okay.
So that extent we will be learning Python.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Thank you.
it's similar to the SQL as well, right? So we will be doing the basics, we'll be doing intermediate level SQL, and I'll be touching base on how advanced SQL works as. So the more the more interactive you guys will be, right? So the more you grasp things, the better, the more I can teach. So
Okay, so
so if
how
you
how
go
will
to the
you?
data sense, right? I'll
Yeah.
just I'll give you the entire life cycle here. So this would be a short section, which we won't go much deep into this section, but coming to this ML, right here we go depth in that. So in the above section, I'll just give the entire intro, how things are, how things work, but actual implementation comes in this section. So,
Yeah, there is LLM also, right? Large language models.
yes, 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 large language models. Yes. I,
That's
I,
a very. Mm.
yeah, I
Okay.
won't be teaching. That's what, right? We'll just understand. This section is completely to understand what all happening in each and every domain, right? So we need to have understanding how computer vision works, how
Okay.
large language models works, right? So we won't be doing because LLM itself takes another set of entire course.
Hmm.
So if you go computer vision, this entire thing takes a course. So this section is completely we will understand what happens in AI, what are the sections we have, what all we can do, and how the real time computer vision solutions are getting, language models are getting in the industry. That's the
Okay.
main objective of this.
Thank you. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So the teaching, where we go with this is we will so parallelly I'll be teaching with slides as well as live coding as well. So we at the paralleling the when I do, I suggest students also to do it parallelly, so that they will have the doubts at that time and I can clarify them then and there itself. And we will be having, for each section we'll be having assignments. So I'll be giving the assignments, so based on that section what we have learned, uh, students will have to get the things done, and if they have any doubts, they can come back at any time. So that's how we do it.
How much time will it take to cover all these things? The time
So
duration?
yeah, yeah. So the plan is to complete this in 40 hours. So 40 hours would be enough to touch base on all of them and go depth into some of the sections.
and you put in this uh, content, Azure
Yeah.
cloud, GCP
Yes,
cloud,
yes,
AWS.
yes,
AWS. These clouds itself is a big ocean, right? Again,
yes, 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 yes.
how much we are comfortable with, or how
So
what
yeah,
we are going to
so
get.
okay, so we won't go depth in all the three, but we'll try to understand all the three, and we'll go dive deep into one of the cloud environment as I told. So we'll pick Azure or AWS mostly. We'll pick one and see the entire architecture in these three clouds is similar. Just the terminology varies, right? So here we call it S3, which is the data storage. In Azure, we call it as Databricks. It is just the terminology changes, but the entire concept remains same. So yeah, so basics we'll understand of all the three, but we'll be going deep into only one.
Uh, every topic which you are covering, like content, as I have seen, will have a requirement for all those. Like for Python, we'll have Python developer, SQL will have database engineer. um, we be eligible for all those roles after learning this?
Yes, 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 definitely. So I'll just show some other slides so that you'll get more understanding. Yeah, so basically this course will cover all the data roles, as I told, right? So either it can be data scientist, it can be data engineer, data analyst.
Are you showing something? Or
Yeah, just a second, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah. So right, so our process, right? So we want to start with the Python, where we understand the maths and statistics of it. We'll do the Excel part, we'll do the SQL part. Then we, parallelly, these two are combined, maths, Python. We do data visualization using Python as well as Power BI tools. So all this together, you know, we should be covering all the analyst roles. So this and all these things will cover the analyst. So and parallelly, we are going through the machine learning AI part that will give you access, that will give you awareness on data engineering, data uh, scientist and all. By the end of this, right? So we will be eligible to all these roles. So we would be pretty much be ready for a data scientist role, data architect, data engineer, analyst, ML engineer, and BI developer as well, right? So for BI, we are for BI developer, right? We are understanding Power BI and Tableau, right? So that you are and Excel as well. Power BI, Power BI and Excel, right? So these two are pretty much important for this role. So for an ML engineer, machine learning and cloud is pretty much important for this role. So for a data analyst, Excel, SQL, SQL is important as well as bit of AI as well, right? So for data engineer also, these two combined will be for data engineer, right? So for data scientist, all the ML, all the deep learning, the cloud is also pretty much useful for this. So the data architect pretty much covers the Excel, Power BI, and all. So yeah, so this course is defined to cater to all the six roles.
So may I know your background or your work experience, or you working or have something like real time?
Okay, about me, right? So basically, I'm a working data scientist at one of the top companies in India. So here, right, I've been into this domain for the past 7 years, where I have built multiple solutions for various financial. So basically, I'm into the finance domain currently. So where I built very large complex AI solutions to top tier banks in UAE. So for US as well, US banks as well. So I pretty much know in and out how systems work, how cloud technologies are used, how models are built in real time. So that's what, right? I'll be parallelly giving you the insights on how things happen in the real time. So I'll give my experience insights as well, right? Each section for Python, how they use, how they code in real time, how validation happens, right? So by learning the course, I'll be parallelly giving my real time experience touch to that as well. Yeah.
It will be a bit personal, like at the end of the course, will be having some knowledge, or will you be providing some reference or like for a career?
Sorry, I didn't get you. What kind of reference for job reference you're telling?
Yeah,
Okay, so that I think we can discuss at the end. So currently, our focus is to learn on this.
yeah,
Probably things
but
go
our
well.
goal
We
to
can.
learn after that will be to achieve, like to get the job, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So
Basic goal
that's
will be that only.
yeah, we have a section for that as well, right? So for job assistance, we would definitely help you in job assistance, building a great CV for you, and do the marketing for you as well. So these are also part of it. Yeah. So direct reference, that's pretty advanced thing, but yeah, we would definitely help you in doing this.
Yes, great. Thank you.
Each concept you provide notes. How are we going to capture
Sorry, also.
about the content notes while
Yeah.
you explain topics? Notes you prepare and send PDFs, or how?
So basically, how we do is we record the meetings first. So I'll be teaching on live, whether it is a slides, I'll share those slides. Whether if it is a code, I'll share the respective code files with you so that you guys can have access to it.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
also, anyways, recordings are always available, so you guys can go through those. Okay. May I know background of yours, whether you are done with your masters, or how is it, or working professionals, or how?
Yeah, coming
Uh,
to me. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, thank you. My name is Sarah, as you know.
Yes.
I have completed MTech in computer science.
Okay.
Uh, I have an experience in teaching,
Okay.
where I used to teach engineering students, as well as I know Python very well.
Okay.
Um, and I have a career gap due to some family issues.
Okay.
So I want to achieve some
Hmm.
this thing position
Good
into some company
experience,
after
you
a
mean?
career gap. So as I know data science is very much booming in industry, and I
Yeah.
know Python as well. So looking for something like this, and that's it.
Okay. 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 Understood. So you have done MTech from India, which college?
Yeah, from India, VTU Regional Center,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Kalaburgi.
Fine. Fine. No problem. So yeah, definitely this would be a right course for you because since you are familiar with Python, right, things will be very much easier for you in terms of coding, so that you can invest more time in experimenting on different algorithms, trying more different things in machine learning and deep learning. So I think it would be a great start for you.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, Manish, coming to my
Yeah.
experience. I'm into IT since last 16 years something. Okay. Uh, I am into Java technology as well as Salesforce technology. I'm certified architect also in Salesforce domain. My interest is to learn these data science skills also along with those two technologies. It's
Yeah.
better to have multidisciplinary, technical skill set to get, suitable position, whatever.
Oh.
So, so that is my interest in learning in this
Mhm.
technology.
Okay, okay, I get it. Yeah, because see, I don't know how it's going to be in the future, but definitely because of AI, things are getting a bit tougher for other segment of students. I mean, other segment of professions, right? So if you take other technologies also, Java or anything, uh, ChatGPT can do everything, right? So I don't think so. It will be replaced, but still, it is going to be a very, very hectic thing. So it's always better to have an edge of AI. So because it is always said, right? The one who knows to use this thing will survive, right? So yeah,
Correct, correct. Yes, yes, that's 100% correct.
yeah. So that's the reason.
Correct, right.
Okay, great. Yeah. So yeah, so the sessions will be interactive, right? So I want like I'm like looking you guys, right? So I feel really good because I want responses so that I can tell more so that I know that you guys are understanding. So I always my teaching style is always interactive, so I prefer that way so that you will understand, or if you don't understand, you'll get back to me, right? So yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So that's it from my side. Anything else?
So daily 1 hour class.
Yeah, I think we'll try to do for an hour or 1.5 hour.
So how many you said? How many? 40 hours, huh?
Yeah, yeah, 40 hours. Yeah.
So
So
will
that
it
would
be
go around.
sufficient those 40 hours because by looking at the content, it's like
Mm.
hmm,
Yeah, it's a different.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that's what in some
Content is
sections,
good.
right? Some
I
sections
mean,
wouldn't take one or two classes, more than one or two classes, right? So we'll be focusing. So see, right? Since curriculum has a lot of things, but if we are specific in, if you guys are comfortable in coding, right, already, so Python wouldn't take much time in that. So we can go straight away. We don't have to spend a lot of time in basics, right? So we can go faster in that and try to cover other sections as well. So some 2 3 sections are just the use cases, the basis on how things work for a layman to understand how AI works, right? There's a section completely for that. So how things happen. So I think we should be able to manage it.
okay.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. So the classes will try to take it on a weekdays, so Monday to Friday, and yeah, an hour, 1.5 hour mostly. So we'll try to close this in a 1.5 month duration time.
Okay, okay. Only concern, you put nicely master class, everything, data science, including other
Yeah.
three clouds. Notes are important, we need proper notes with practical examples. So that way, the master class of this data science is would be beneficial for all of us, whoever joins. So the notes are very important. Even the concepts there, even the internet is there, even the chat GPT, everything is there. We can type that same question, it will give so many things. But the practical orientation is much needed uh, for all these topics. It's better to have a real-time example, so whatever basics also, and explain those concepts around it. That's what I'm looking. See,
I get it, right? So
you're
definitely,
already, so I'm,
yeah,
everybody
please,
knows
please.
actually, no? Everybody knows. You put content nicely. If it's the same content question, if you put in chat GPT, it will give so much theory. It will
Yes,
give some examples also. That is
yes,
there.
yes,
But how different, how creatively you can deliver the content is more important. That way, the time, everybody's time is important, correct now? So that's the reason. Uh, my take home, I wanted to know how I'm gonna benefit when I spend 1.5 hour with you.
okay,
Um, so that's where we need more. System is there. Say you are teaching AI ML, we are already in place. Chat GPT last 2023, it was ramping up, so quickly. So the same, for example, if you put the content, the same question put there, no need to change the copy paste. It will give so much, good points. It will give what is AI, how it works, what is this, how to use. That is there. That we can anyway, as browsing, as part of learning, self learning, we can do. How differentiate, so we don't need to spend time on that, because it's already, system is available, automated system. It is giving so many nice answers. Can learn some part of learn, self learning is going on. But here, with your experience, how can we leverage, and how can we, industry ready? It's like that.
yeah, I completely get your concern also. So see, in that case, right, if you have ChatGPT, we don't even have to go to college and all, right? So everything is there. So the reason why we conduct these sessions is to get the practical real-time thing. You know, it's the same for both, right? You are here to learn the real-time which ChatGPT can't tell, and I'm here which I want to tell from my experience, which is not uh, which that doesn't know, right? So that's the whole purpose. And if we don't serve the purpose, there is nothing, right? So that's why, okay. So to just give more clarity on that, I would like to show one of the slides to you so that you'll have better understanding how would be our teaching structures. So, right.
Sure,
So
sure. Yes.
this is the introduction for data science, right? So we have seen one
Mm,
of the section.
mm,
So we'll see. So what are the contents we'll be going to follow? What
mm,
impact does it have, right? So how
mm,
big data is,
mm,
what is the real-time application we do, right? So how
mm,
AI can help us in predicting cab price prediction. So we'll see what are the features it has. So what are the types of systems we have, recommendation system, how those works in real time, right? So how companies use these techniques, what attributes they use in implementing these, right? So email filtering also, what do they use? What are the different techniques they have, right? So these are the things. I mean, this is the way how we will be approaching this course. I think these few slides should give you an idea
Yeah,
and should
is it good?
align with
This
what
is
you are expecting.
correct. This is very good. Thank you putting up here. But same, of course, we cannot learn everything in the class. Of course, the slides you are showing just now, the project is there. It's a real time project. So currently it's working, and we are also using that application as a Uber. Okay. So now what I'm trying to learn is there concepts are there, and the systems also in place, real time system.
Okay.
Uh, Now how the code looks like in the same system, how the code
Mhm.
looks like, what are the various algorithms they used
Okay.
in order to get the price reduction, etc.
Yes.
That's where we need a trainer like you, because
Yeah.
what 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 large language model used, what algorithms in place, how it
Yes.
works, what are the behind the scenarios. That is the thing.
Yeah. That's what. So as I told, in the beginning also, my teaching style is two types. First, I'll teach on slides. I'll show you the real-time applications, how things are happening. Second, I'll also parallelly do the coding for that. So that and at the same time, I expect you guys also to do it parallelly so that you'll understand it and you can work it you can take it to next level by doing some homework on that. We'll be doing both. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sure. And especially why I got interested, the two, three clouds, the three industry leading clouds, like
Yeah.
Azure,
Yes. Yes.
AWS, and Google. There, you put it into content, right? So
Yes. Yes.
how we are comfortable with that, and it's better to. I mean, for my personal feeling,
Mhm.
we need to just now you are in the beginning you said that storage concepts are same, but
Yes.
only naming is different, the technology is different, the company is different, same concepts using only, but that's where we have to understand what are the three clouds there, and the same S3, the storage is there, the storage is applicable in Google Cloud, how it looks like, and what is that, how they are gonna do, and in Azure, what they do. You said Databricks, something, for
Yeah. Yeah.
example, like that. So we need to draw the differentiation and understand these clouds and some pretty basic examples. In 40 days, who will learn all this? But
Yes. Yes.
but better to have a understanding and concept. Oh, this is what it looks like. This is what running in that cloud. This is what they execute. For example, the code, whatever.
Yes. Yes.
It's a big put it. I mean, title itself is a master class data science, master class program, data science program.
Yes.
Perfect. I liked it.
Mhm.
But it's a mutual, of course, student and trainer.
Yeah.
We need to learn together. And one more last question I have. I am asking so many things here. So one
Yes.
last
No
question I
problem.
have.
I'm ready to take a number of questions. Yeah. Please.
So Manish, you said so. Now I don't know. Oh, myself and then another one lady is there. Only two of us there. For example, if
Yes. Yes.
we join only two, you 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 same enthusiasm, you deliver the content. I don't know. Still EITA consultancy, Zoom user, I don't know. Are they students or your consulting company? Don't know. Or assume that, nobody there, I am only there in that class. The master class, whatever you are planning. So so is there any, are you again, so this is the thing, in the training market also, what they do, first they do demos, then see how many people are turning up.
Yeah.
Next time also they will wait for one more week, another round of demo. Now that time, how many students are show up? Then club the batch and
Mm.
then continue the classes like that. Is a marketing strategy that also
Yes. Yes.
fine. But tell me, I mean, when this class is going to complete? When are you gonna start? And I want to learn little quicker because time constraint.
Okay.
Quicker means I can give 40 days. What, not 40 days? 2 months also no problem. I
Mhm.
can give.
Yeah.
Mm. Every day. How every day after your class? How much we need to practice, or how much we need to explore? How many hours of time you are gonna tell? Two questions here. One is one hour, one student, or two students, or 10 students. Are you able to do? And next thing is, how soon? I mean, this will be delivered. I mean, it's better to. I want, for my uh, personal situation, I want to understand quickly and some guidance, so that I will be start looking for jobs like that.
Okay. Yeah. Too many questions. So for this half, I think okay. So from my perspective, right, whether it is one, five, 10, right? So whatever it is, the content I have proposed, I should teach it, and I commit to teach that. Okay. So whether it is two people, 10 people, right? So we will be going, because if I don't tell, also you guys will be reminding me anyway, right? So definitely I'll be going through. So mutually, any concepts specifically you want, definitely we'll go through that as well. Apart from this, or if you want to move fast in something and do more in that, we'll customize according to our wish as well, right? So there's no fixed, we should specifically do an hours for this. And second, coming to when we'll be starting, how many students, I think Dia would be the right person to answer that. So EITA consultancy, the HR would be giving the info on that. So my work is to teach. My work is to deliver things. That's it. So I hope these two
Yes, yes, yes.
clarifies all.
Where is Dia?
So for the number of students, you don't have to worry about that. We'll take care of it. As per the Eastern timings, all the students are from there, so they are unable to join the meeting. That's the reason behind it. And for the teaching and the classes, Manisha will provide you each and everything briefly and in a thorough way. Also, apart from that, if you have faced any kinds of problem during this process, we'll try our level best to solve it out. So just be relaxed and worry less from your side. We'll take care of the rest. If you have any queries, then you can ask me.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Dia. Thank you, Manish. If you permit, I have one question on
Yeah.
data science. Since you are working on finance domain, right? As you
Yes.
said. So, are you working on this model, like quant technology, like quant? There is a quant, right?
Quant technology. What
I
exactly
mean,
quant
the in
technology
the
you mean?
financial domain only, stock
Okay.
market analysis, something like
Uh-huh.
quant.
Yes, yes,
Quant.
yes. See, okay, I don't know what you are referring to. So basically, what analysis we do is all quantitative analysis only we do. So quants is basically math, right? So we do a lot of analysis on the data. We do to talk about specifically what I do, right? I can give you an example where I do fraud detection. Okay, so in banks, right, there are a lot of transactions happen. So in that, using ML, deep learning algorithms, we'll try to see, what kind of frauds are happening, how to determine whether a customer is a fraud or not. So this is one use case I can tell you about. In this, right, to solve this problem, there are a lot of steps which involves in this. We start with the data processing. We do the uh, model building, we do the hyper tuning, then we deploy it in a cloud, the client's cloud, right? So
Mm.
yeah, we'll be covering all the sections in any project we do. Either it can be fraud detection, either it can be stock price prediction. The process is the same. The steps we follow to achieve our final goal is the same. So if you
I mean,
understand the use
mm,
cases, then
correct, correct. I
yeah.
mean, since data science, these automated systems, everything is there now. In the stock market also, they are utilizing and using these technologies. Basically, the
Yes.
quant analysis, right? Quant analysis, the basically background.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes. The
uh,
initial
Just
analysis, the entire
before
thing
we
is called
interrupt,
quant.
sir,
Yeah.
Manisha, kindly wind it up as soon
Yeah,
as
yeah,
possible.
that's what I'm going
Because
to
we
come
need
to that.
to end
So
the data
we are,
science class as well. I think learners might be
yes,
waiting for you in
yes,
the
yes,
meeting area. So
yeah.
kindly
I think,
just
yeah,
a
we need to
request.
end up. Yeah. Okay, then. Thank you, guys. I think that's it.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
soon.
Thank you. Great
Bye
Thank
bye.
you
hearing
so
you.
much.
Thank you so
It's
much.
really nice having a word with you, all of you. So we'll meet after the enrollment process, which we are starting from tomorrow onwards. I'll share you the recording by today.